In this section of grammar, we are going to learn how we use that clauses with reporting statements. So when we report statements, what someone has said, we often use a that clause in the reported clause. For example, he said that he didn't enjoy the movie. The police warned that further action may be taken. After the more common reporting verbs such as agree, mention, notice, promise, say and think, we often leave out that, particularly when it's informal speech. For example, she mentioned she would go swimming later, rather than she mentioned that she would go swimming later. They promised they would make a cake, rather than they promised that they would make a cake. We don't need to include that. However, we don't leave that out after less common reported verbs such as complain, confide, deny, grumble, speculate and warn. For example, she complained that the soup was cold. He grumbled that it was raining again. And it's also not left out after the common reporting verbs answer, argue and reply. For example, he answered that it had been too hot today. They replied that it had been too cold today. We have to use that after these reporting verbs. If we use a that clause after an active form of some verbs, we must include an object between the verb and the that clause. Let's look at an example. He promised me that he would come to the party. What is the active verb? Promised. The object, me. He promised me that he would come to the party. The second example, I informed the bank that I would deposit money later today. The active verb is informed. The object, the bank. I informed the bank that I would deposit money later today. And let's look at some examples. So for the first two, we can use that, but we very often leave it out. For example, I think it's a great idea. She promised she would do it. For the next three examples, we must use that after these reporting verbs. They complained that the band was too noisy. The thief denied that he was responsible for the break-in. The answer that he gave was positive. And that's how we use that in reporting statements.